So I did hear Hillary Clinton talk about raising the minimum wage, and I did hear her talk about an infrastructure bill, and I did hear her talk about a lot of these issues that you're referring to. You're just saying that people in Ohio didn't hear it enough?
Obviously, there was a lot of noise through it, but here's the deal. We have to talk about moving forward. I can't, in good conscience, hang this election around Nancy Pelosi's neck, of course. But moving forward, we have to win congressional seats in areas of the country that voted for Donald Trump, even in my district where they voted for me and they voted for Donald Trump. So I think I'm uniquely qualified because I know who these people are. And, some of them are friends of mine, neighbors of mine who voted for me and voted for Donald Trump. We have to get those people back into the fold. And as I told my colleagues, I know in my heart that we cannot win the House back under the current leadership. It's time for a change. The American people asked us to make a change here, and we've got to do it. And it's not easy. We're in the middle of a family fight here, but we got elected to come to the United States Congress. There's only been 10,000 members of Congress in the history of our country, Jake. 10,000. Wearing this pin is an honor. And with that comes the opportunity to have to make some really tough decisions, and sometimes they're family decisions.
Well, let me ask you about a tough decision.
We've got to move in another direction.
Considering that your district went for you and for Donald Trump, let me ask you, do you think that House Democrats and Senate Democrats should try to cooperate with Donald Trump and work with him on issues where there might be some common ground, like, for instance, infrastructure, theoretically? Or do you think that Democrats should be an opposition party that tries to stop him?
Let me say, if he tries to defund Planned Parenthood, if he tries to kick people off their health insurance, if they try to privatize Medicare or cut taxes for the wealthy, we're going to have a Youngstown street fight in the Capitol. That's what's going to happen. If he has other opportunities where we can grow the economy, where we can invest in the working class people, knowing that a third of working class people are people of color, so this is our broad coalition, then we will look for places to work with him. But as I'm reading about his infrastructure bill in the last couple days, it looks like a bunch of smoke and mirrors and some corporate giveaways. And if that's what it looks like, then he's going to have a fight on his hands.